Hello everyone, Crystal Kitsune here, and today we are going to be doing something a little bit different with this video. I'm going to be playing Puzzle Pirates, but as you can see, there's no webcam, and there's also, this is pre-recorded footage, and I'm just adding my voice over the footage, because this way I'm able to record a long period of the game as well as, you know, be able to edit it. So as you can see, we got into the game and we got into a pillage like right quick. Like we were super fast into getting that. So now we are basically just asking what position they want us to be at. I told them that I'm good at rigging and I'm good at bilge. So they tell me that I can just go ahead and do whatever I want. So I go ahead and pick rigging. And this is the rigging puzzle. It's not, I've shown you this before. If you haven't yet, then go look at some of my past Puzzle Pirate videos. But this is an actual pillage. What you're seeing is real people on a ship out in the ocean. And for at least 30 minutes or so, or a little bit less, we sail the seas and we get to see if we can get intercepted by another boat. Now the other boats, when you do a pillage, are bots, so they're not real people. Sometimes though you can get real people if you're doing a different kind of map, I think, but the main two bots are brigands and barbarians, and one does sword fighting and the other one does rumble. In this particular map, as you can see in the upper right hand corner, they have a kind of like a gaming board almost, and you got all these different squares on it, and this is known as battle navigation. The regular navigation is done totally different, but this is called battle navigation, or BNav, as it's usually called. So what you're seeing is they have to put out moves normally. This particular person didn't really do moves until, I guess, later, or I think they were having computer problems, so I think that's why they didn't do any moves. But essentially, those arrows that you see on the bottom, oh, they're finally moving now. Essentially what you want to do is you want to use those pieces down at the bottom to move your boat across the board. And those clouds, they're known as, they're like wind, and they will blow you in the direction that it's facing, like it's going downwards. So if she would go forward, she would get blown to her right. It seems kind of complicated to explain it this way, and it seems like I'm just, talking about nonsense, or you don't understand. While I'm not playing the game, I'm just talking over it. But as you can see now, the duty report came up, so that means that we're about to be grappled and the other people will come aboard and we will start fighting. This is a sword fight, but it doesn't get started right away. It, for some reason, lags or something. It will sit on this screen for like a good few minutes, and we're everybody's wondering what the fuck is going on. But then eventually the game does go, and we finally get to sword fight. I think it was some sort of glitch or something, because somebody got knocked out immediately. I think it was partially because the one who was running the pillage froze, or yeah, because the one that says Amanya, yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. The one that just got eliminated is the person who is running the pillage, and then later on you'll see that she had a problem with her computer, and that it's not working. So, she doesn't know what's going on because her computer froze or overheated or whatever, and now we're just playing the game. So as you can see, pieces drop from the top. I don't know if I've ever shown you like actual sword fighting before, because I've always just done the navy puzzles, and when you do the navy puzzles, they don't actually get intercepted. You're just going from point A to point B, and you don't get to fight anything. So pieces will drop from the top, and as you can see, like I'm on the very top up there, and there are dots next to this rectangle that's got red on it. That means there's one person fighting against me, but the more dots there are, means there's more people on you fighting you at the same time. So when you see those swords drop down, that's them doing a break. Now a break is anything bigger than a 4x4. As you can see, there's a green 4x4 here in the corner, and if you break it, then you can send down like what they're sending to me, I can send them back to them. And the whole point is to get it to where you can get a big one of those blocks, and like you want to get like a 3x3 or like a 3x4 or even like a 5x3. Like the biggest size you can get and break will give you them like a very like big sword in their way, and that just blocks their puzzle board. So as you can see, it's starting to pile up. The other crew members are being eliminated slowly because it's 10 against 7, so that's kind of unfair. But it just is like a matching thing, and you just match the pieces as best you can. Sometimes you don't get the breakers, which are the swords that don't have blocks around them. When that happens, then you're basically fucked. Because if there's no breakers and you can't clear pieces, then you just slowly accumulate pieces up to the top. And when you can't move anymore and all of it's, taken, like all the space is taken up, then you lose. So, but as you can see, I'm like trying to do my best. There's only like 5 people left, and there's 8 on their side, so it's like still uneven. I kind of wish that the second, because we get intercepted again for a second time, and it's also sword fight, but I kind of wished that it would have been the other one, so I could have showed you Rumble, but maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll find a Rumble and you can see that. So yeah, this is just me playing the game, and the orange dot on the side there means that there's 5 people. So the orange dot is 5, and then any additional ones after that means that you got 5 plus. So it's like, there's been times that I've played this game where it's like very uneven and they're way better than us, and there's only like a couple people left on the good side, and then there I just died. There'll be people on the team side that are being like constantly bombarded with people, and there's like 2 orange ones and like a couple underneath that. That means they got like 13 people on them, and that's ridiculous. Some of the people who do really, really well with sword fight can handle a lot of people, and you also have to have like a really good sword, because the sword, because you see all like on the side here, like with the brigands that you have there, they have different types of swords, and each different sword does a different pattern of dropping down the colored blocks. And here I am, I'm turning the sound down, the ambience, because it's actually quite annoying. So you're probably glad that I turned it off. So I'm getting right back into the puzzle, and like we lost that, so basically we're getting to the next point, and then we'll be waiting for a few minutes, because again, the person who's running the pillage is having problems. So we'll be sitting here for maybe 3-4 minutes. I'll probably maybe shorten this part right here, just so it's not waiting for forever. But yeah, I just decided to do this pre-recorded because Puzzle Pirates is, like, to do it as a recording, it's hit or miss when it comes to finding an actual pillage to do. So I figured, like, I'll do some recording and then, like, I'll do it pre-recorded, then I could just cut out the pieces that I don't need. So if it took, like, forever to get a pillage, then at least I'm not wasting time during a live recording or whatever of it. So this is going to be a little bit different, and you don't see my face with the recording software that I have currently. I don't have a way of putting the webcam on here, so for at least this episode you don't get to see my cute little face, but all the other videos that I do, unless I do it this way again for Puzzle Pirates, you won't get to see my face. And again, we're like sitting here and I'm like, what's going on? But then another crew member comes on and says that she's experiencing technical problems, and then she comes back and then we go. So this part is probably going to be cut out, and all that I just said before is going to be deleted. But cut this part out, cut this part out. This part doesn't need to be in the thing. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. On this particular character, it's, you know, I mentioned that I don't have a crew. When you first start the game, you're considered a greenie, because your name, excuse me, excuse me, when you first start the game as a very, very new player, like, you never actually played the game before, and you download it, you start off as a greenie, and that means your name is green, and that shows that you're new. When you get more experience, and I mean, like, there's like no leveling up, or there's no leveling up or anything, so just spending time in the game, doing puzzles, you know, doing the different, because there are like some like little tasks and stuff that you can do when you first get in, but like other than that, once you finish all that and your name turns from green to yellow, then that means that you've been in there long enough to have some experience. And you'll watch, like, your name will be like solid green, and then it'll turn from solid green to like a yellow green, and then it'll turn yellow. So, and here we are, intercepted again. This time we will get grappled and fight. And sorry, I keep coughing. I have like a tickle and I can't seem to get to go away. But you see how they have it set up. She has 3 going to the left, and then 3 cannon shots, because she put it on the wrong side, so we're gonna be grappled in the next in the next go, I think. It's not really easy. I mean, it's, once you practice it some, battle navigation does get easier. But for me, battle navigation is a lot like chess. Because you have to anticipate where the opponent's going to be, and then, like, be there before they are, and then be able to shoot them. So essentially, what you want to do is you want to shoot them to get a lot of damage. So they put 2 damage on us, and we put 1 damage on them. So the more damage that you inflict, it's kind of like how on Tetris, when you up the level, there are blocks. Like, so you can see, we got hit twice. So there is a row of dark blocks down there. The more damage that you have inflicted on excuse me, I keep burping. The more damage that you have inflicted on an opponent, the higher those dark black bricks are, and you can't get rid of them. So that just shortens your game board to where it's quicker to die, and it's easier to, or harder to maneuver around when it gets up that high. So essentially you want to do that much damage to your opponent, so that way they have the disadvantage and you have the advantage of, you know, fucking them over, basically. And you can see, like, I got like a crap ton of those drops coming onto me, and so I could have died pretty soon there if I didn't know what I was doing. And you also want to do like a chain if you can, because that also, like, makes it a whole lot more oomphy when you attack them. So there's that. And we're doing a lot better this time. I got 2 people on me. Okay, I just lost 1 person. But we are captain didn't crap out this time, so I don't think she was probably a really big help this time around. And we just keep... I got to the point where I was running out of space. And when you don't get the breaker that you need, that's pretty much all you can do, is just kind of like set them off to the side for a little bit, and then hopefully you'll get the right breaker that you need. It was kind of touch and go here, because I wasn't sure if I was going to get what I needed, and keep going until the end. But we got them on the ropes because now it's like 5 to 5. So we like diminished them by half. But you see that one, that 2x4 that came in, one of the opponents that was fighting me dropped not a deuce, but sent me a 2x4 block, which came to me as a sword, and then that turns into different colored blocks that aren't the ones that I'm working with. So then it messes me up. So I got a nice 2x4 there. So when I clear that, it will essentially, in retrospect, if I cleared it, I don't remember if I did. But if I managed to clear that, the person that I'm fighting would get a 2x4 sword blade in their puzzle. Okay, I'm gonna clear it right. Excuse me. Clear it right now, and I got a double. And there's another one up there with the blue. Sorry, I keep coughing, guys. It's nothing that I can do. I do everything I can with cough medicine and cough drops, but it just keeps lingering, and it's annoying. I know you don't want to sit here listen to me cough. Yay! And we won. And when you win, you get stuff. It'll show on the right here. We got over 10,000 gold, some rum, some small balls, some medium balls, large balls, and a map and then we got an expedition extorted. So, but the expedition that she's taking us to the expedition, but the expedition is just a photography opportunity with the Yeti. There's a Yeti in the game, but I had already done that, like, in a previous time. And the first one is free, but the second one they want you to pay for, so, but that's where she's heading. She's taking us to there so we can get our picture taken. Instead of just going, keep going and try to find something else to fight. But no, we're going to an island to see the Yeti. It wasn't even Treasure Hall. Like, my favorite puzzle in the game, like, is Treasure Hall. A lot of times, like, you'll get a map to a sunken ship location, and when you go there, it will be like a ship that's sticking out of the water, and you go up to it, and you do Treasure Hall. It's really, really fun. I wish I could show you Treasure Hall. The foraging puzzle is basically the same as the treasure hunt puzzle. It's just a little bit different, because when you're foraging, you excuse me, when you're foraging, you're picking up crates of fruit, and when you're doing treasure hunt, you're picking up chests, but the mechanic is still the same. So if you saw me do foraging before, I'm not sure if you have, but if you have, it's basically the same as doing treasure hunt. So there's not really a big difference, just what I just said. But the treasure haul, it's really fun. But you can only, like I said, get treasure haul if you get a map that shows you a location of a sunken ship, or you're doing like Atlantis run, or other kind of sea monster hunt type thing like that, when you can treasure haul. But as you can see, we're walking over here to where the Yeti is, and I don't want to stick around here. Like, the whole reason why I got onto Puzzle Pirates was to be a pirate and do puzzles and stuff, but they insist on stopping here. So you can get a portrait with the Yeti one time for free, but then if you want to do it again, see, it costs 5,000 gold plus 7 doubloons to get a second portrait. So I click out of it here in a minute, and because I didn't see that it was going to cost. I thought it was going to be like another freebie, but I forgot that I already did one, so I'm like, okay, well, forget it then. So basically what I do is, like, I clear out of that, and then I was checking my booty, because I thought I'm checking my booty because I thought that I got something from the last pillage that we did, when we won something, because I cleared a special looking block, so I thought I may have gotten something in my inventory, but I didn't. So I was just checking every tab. That's why I'm standing around here. It doesn't look like I'm doing anything. Excuse me. But then I just say, okay, well, I'm not going to stick around here anymore. If you guys aren't leaving right away, I got other things that I want to do. So I just go ahead and go home. Anytime. There we go. So that's pretty much it for this video. You'll see that I look on the message board again to see if there's any other pillages, because I didn't know how long it was going to go for. So you'll see me go into the message board to see if there's any more pillages and whatnot, but there aren't. So that's going to be it for this video. If you like this format for Puzzle Pirates and you say it's okay, then I'll play some more of it with this format. But until then, you can't see my face, you can't see me pointing, but off to the left, there'll be a picture of a video that you can click on that will take you to one that YouTube suggests you check out. My face in the middle will take you to where you can go subscribe, and the one on the right will link you to my t-shirt page where you can get some merch. And that's gonna be it for me, and I'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you like this format, leave a comment below, or if you don't, just don't say anything, I guess. So that's gonna be it. Thanks again.